Food at home was 2.7% more expensive in May 2026 than a year earlier. That sounds small until your paycheck did not grow 2.7%, your rent did not wait, and your grocery cart still has nothing fancy in it. Then the checkout screen offers a way out. Split the bill. That is not a discount, it is a small loan attached to dinner. A 2025 LendingTree survey reported by Food & Wine found that 25% of Buy Now, Pay Later users had used it for groceries, up from 14% the year before. Buy Now, Pay Later used to split shoes and electronics. Now it's moving groceries into future paychecks. And if food needs financing, something is already broken. If this is the kind of money breakdown you needed, like the video and subscribe before the next one. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau describes a common Buy Now, Pay Later structure like this: a $50 to $1,000 purchase split into 4 equal payments, 1 now, 3 later, often every 2 weeks. $120 of groceries becomes $30 today, but the full bill is still $120. The math is not the trap. Timing is. With a couch, the payments last, but the couch lasts too. With groceries, the food may be gone before payment 2 hits. You're still paying for last week's dinner while this week's grocery bill is already waiting. That's how a normal receipt turns into a calendar problem. One Buy Now, Pay Later plan is easy to track. 4 plans are not. This is where people get squeezed. Groceries get split. Gas gets split. A takeout order gets split. Then another grocery trip happens before the first one is paid off. Now the next paycheck is already partly spoken for. The button solved today, but it quietly made next week smaller. Then rent hits, then insurance, then the phone bill, then the credit card minimum, and the Buy Now, Pay Later withdrawals do not care that all of those showed up together. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has warned about risks around autopay, data harvesting, and borrower overextension. Autopay is especially brutal when money is tight because the payment can pull before you mentally plan for it. If it fails, you may face late fees or account restrictions depending on the provider. If it clears while your bank balance is low, the cost can show up as an overdraft somewhere else. That's how interest-free can still hurt you. The reason this hits harder with groceries is simple. Food is not optional. You can delay a couch, you can skip headphones, you cannot skip eating. So when Buy Now, Pay Later starts showing up around groceries, it's not just a shopping trend. It's a warning that paychecks, prices, and bills are not lining up. In May 2026, the Bureau of Labor Statistics said food prices were up 3.1% from a year earlier. A slower increase is not the same as prices going back down. That's why people hear inflation is cooling and still feel squeezed at checkout. The same LendingTree survey said 41% of users reported at least one late payment in the past year. That doesn't mean every Buy Now, Pay Later user is in trouble. It means the risk is not imaginary. The shopper gets relief today. That part matters. If the choice is food now or wait until payday, the button can feel like help. But everyone else gets something too. The merchant gets a sale that might not happen if the full total stays on screen. The lender gets a returning user, merchant fees, payment data, and sometimes a path into longer-term financial products. The household gets the bill schedule. The system turns stress into smaller payments, then sends those payments into the future. By the time they arrive, the groceries are gone. The next bill is not. The problem isn't every Buy Now, Pay Later purchase. It's using Buy Now, Pay Later as a bridge between paychecks. That bridge can create 4 financial problems. First, it hides the total. You stop seeing one grocery bill and start seeing fragments across apps and dates. Second, it pre-spends tomorrow's paycheck. Money you haven't received already has claims against it. Third, it can collide with real bills. Rent, insurance, phone, utilities, card minimums, and Buy Now, Pay Later withdrawals can all hit the same week. And fourth, it can make the next grocery trip start from behind. You're not only buying new food, you're still paying for old food. That's the trap. Used this way, Buy Now, Pay Later doesn't just split a bill, it splits your paycheck before you even get it. That's education, not personal advice. Different households have different options, risks, and emergencies, but the mechanism is the same. A grocery payment plan can solve today's checkout and make next week tighter. Buy now, pay later is powerful because it arrives at the exact moment people feel squeezed. It doesn't need to trick you with a complicated contract, it just needs to make the first payment small enough that you can breathe. But grocery debt reveals the real cost. The food disappears, the payment schedule stays, and the next paycheck starts with less room than you thought. If this made the math clearer, like the video and subscribe before the next one. The receipt has a backstory. The payment plan has consequences. Reality has lore.